me, I don't see Unique really putting up much of a fight. In saying that, Gambit have struggled in a lot of the games in the group stage, so I want to give them the benefit of the doubt of getting close to double digits.
I think it's safe to say Gambit definitely are the favourites to win, though. And as we head, of course, into our second best of one of today, Gambit starting on the T side. Can only guess Unique have picked up that CT, or rather the knife, picking that CT side twag. See if any opportunities can come from it. Nice peek from Smiley, picks up one. Chiro, though, great shade with the P250.
Yeah, just when there's an opening kill, advantage being found by Unique, it gets traded right back. Very heavy stack out to the B side to start off. Winter being able to get vision out from the short pipe, allowing Iceman to move forward and to take map control away from the CTs. They will need to start rotating players back up to A.
Iceman made his way towards the deep portion of short. Hobbit lurking in and around connector, ensuring the side swipe is completely clear of CT players. Unique, they are taking their sweet, sweet time. The triple rotate up, though, here, Dweg. We see Sorrow. He's sort of in towards the stairs, holding, I think, more passively ready for the rotate. As well as that, though, we do have Winter. And then, of course, Duke, for sure, up towards the upper site. Can Duke spy anything? Yes. He finds the first bit of information, wants to back away. Gambit going for the execute.
Just trying to play anti-flash, expecting these flashes over the top. One comes in, into being able to clear out as much of the side as possible. Needs to go to the back of Dice to deal with Duke Fishra. Winter coming up quickly on the rotate, out from Bank as well. Sorrow and Winter going to be dealt with. And now Iceman's the left one left. He was the B player. He was the one that has to rotate up from Con now.
Well, a 1-on-4 for him in this round. Chances of winning this next to none. Wiggling around, looking for opportunity. Shiro to deny. A great pistol from Gambit. You consider that was a 4-on-5. Admittedly, a lightning fast trade from Shiro to bring back the numbers to Egg. But from a 4-on-5, you come back into this one, and then you don't lose a man afterwards. It's really, really potent stuff from Gambit.
Just that slight adjustment forward as well for Smiley made it even more difficult for him to fall away. And just the entries being found pretty easily in from Inters. Shiro even being able to get the job done. A couple of kills in for that P250. Start Gambit off with the right foot. And Unique aren't going to be buying down. Instead, they want to see if they could just USP this round.
Well, USPs across the board, as you mentioned. Cheeky little triple boost. Don't usually see this one all too often, Dweg. We usually see the half boost on the wood wall, the fast boost for the sandbag position, something like that. Uncommon. I mean, we've seen it before. Nothing too mesmerizing. Unfortunately, Unique. They gamble stack. In Gambit, they seem to be playing 3D chess, while Unique are playing 2D because, well, out towards A they go. And, I mean, the contact play has been made all the way up. Notice how they don't even let go of the shift keys once they enter the site, right? As soon as the first bit of information they gather is that bomb setting down. Inter's punching in the digits. Now the penny drops for Unique. Hold on. We've stacked the complete wrong site.
Yeah, it's a great read, and it's even allowed map control to come through even further. Nafty looking to farm up with that Mac 10, and Unique are actually one of those teams. It's very characteristic that they don't force buy in the second round, and when you put that in a comparison with a lot of the other CIS teams, and you could even throw EU teams into the mix, it doesn't happen very often. It seems like we're always seeing force buys. Unique, not really that interested.
I guess it's just not giving the money up to the SMG. Eventually, he'll find one. Nafany scoops out the first with the Mac 10. Headshot found. Other than that, though, all four players stacked in towards Monster here. Dweg. Unique not giving up anything. Don't want to give the money. No, I guess the momentum as well, right? Killing more people, more fluidity. Makes you feel better, pumped, maybe, I don't know. It's a mental game as well. Unique are playing with this one. They save 4 USPs into the third round. M4 investment brought forward.
And for Gambit, ranked 3rd in the CIS RMR rankings, we know that they've done very well. And even when you take the last two, the CIS RMR in Star Ladder, we saw them get to a grand final placing, losing to Na'Vi. You have a look at the Epic League one. They beat VP in the grand finals, so some very high placements. You do have to start with the group stage. You have to imagine expectations are to win this entire event for Gambit, or at least get to the grand finals.
See how they go. Round 3. SMG brought forward here, Dweg. Usually we're not big fan. Well, personally, I'm not a big fan of an SMG round 3. In this case, do you know what? I think it will work out quite nicely. Smiley, you think, no Kevlar, that Mac 10 is just going to rip through him. As well as that, close range, Unique, should they want to go for a retake into the jaws of an SMG, maybe unexpected. Uninhabited usually in this third round. And again, the buy from Unique is usually in the fourth and not this one. So utility pouring on forward towards A. Player stacked in deep towards long, but Duke for sure knows he's got to back away, help the A side.
And they have to play almost retake heavy. Winter needs to get some sort of crossfire being set up in the wrong position, just can't find anything. Fisher are overwhelmed, and that's the side just being completely taken. This has to be a save call. Unique just struggling with the kit, struggling with the utility. Hobbit even thinking of making an aggressive play, trying to see if he can cut the rotates off. Gambit, notice just how much map control they're able to get for free. They're not even fighting for presence.
Unique have just given it to them. Single AWP attempted to be saved as well as that FAMAS in the A1S. Whether Gambit want to let them do so is a completely different story. Axile, whether Galil has the read, seems to be that there is a man lurking in around towards T-Connector. Patiently moving in. Iceman dips back down, doesn't want anything to do with it. Sorrow has caught off Hobbit. First kill at least for the Unique side, but it comes way too late in the round. Bomb's a couple of seconds away from detonation. It's Gambit picking up a third. 3 survivors for Unique. Cool, but we need to see change.
Yeah, very simple to start off by this Gambit side. Unique, not really showing much out at all. Probably need to have some more presence in terms of players around the A site, or even attention being drawn into the bathrooms and banana position just to be able to take some early fights. And in terms of just some of the individuals struggling, Sorrow, 0.71 average rating when it comes to this entire event. Winter the same, -31 with KD differential, 0.65. There has been players to really step off for Unique, and this is the game to really turn it up, even if you're facing Gambit.
Smoke dipped in deep towards A. Dweg, it seems to be Unique are fighting for that A control. No one there to contest. Gambit turn their forces, all of their resources, towards the B site. Triple stack Winter in towards the Hell position. Iceman playing sort of this divider spot between the long and short position. Sorrow is just all guns blazing towards the tunnel. He's patiently waiting for the monster push.
You'd have to imagine a B exec is definitely here for Gambit. Shero just watching for the backlines in case there is an aggressive con play and a wraparound to continue. The 2 players out for Monster Wall could be on for a lot of fights to start off the round.
Flashes in, Iceman caught blind. Hobbit, it's the easiest kill you'll see on this execute, and a great first one. Back down to 4. A1S swings, Hobbit with a second. Spray transfer unsuccessful, the molly tipping away the control that Winter has before Natalie to take him down with the A4. A 5-on-2, and Unique drowned out, and a single flashbang to give Hobbit 2 kills is ludicrous for Unique. Can't hold on to anything, can't find a kill. Some damage, but it's not enough.
Jeez, they are really getting pumped here by Gambit. And Shiro made a comment after their game against Forza, I believe it was, and said, I don't even know what's happening. It was something along those lines. And you're right, they had that massive comeback in that CT half to bring it back. And just realizing that going into day 3, they need to be better. They need to be more one-sided than how their last officials have been in the event. And this is the start to do so.
Tap it away, Shiro from behind.
Nice.
Messy, but gets it done with the A1S, as you mentioned. A really clinical kill. Whittling down that CT side economy. The only saver in that round, of course, is Smiley. He has the AWP, limited money across the board, and you see the flashbang I'm talking about, right? Sorrow's position flushed away. Hobbit, after getting that first kill, goes aggressive and picks up a second for free onto Sorrow as well. Gambit 4-0. Unique, the only kill we've seen so far is in the pistol.
Yeah, we haven't seen much. Smiley with the AWP is going to try and see if he can at least find some impact. Gambit not really being tested in these early stages of the T side. It's all about the read as well, trying to get a couple of gamble stacks forward in a round like this. You'd have to imagine if the pistols can bait, try and see if he can set up the rifles.
Shiro going to be back-to-back with Hobbit. Good molly, forces Iceman forward. He's good to find the first frag. Traded out Shiro. Finally, we see Unique go into a 5-on-4 again. But the problem is, Dweg, last time this happened, quickly traded, and then couldn't get a kill afterwards. And it seems to be history repeats itself. Shiro will find one with the A1S. Nafany converting with the other M4 variant. It's a 4-on-2, Sorrow and Smiley, Deagle and AWP. Seems to be just another day in the office here for Gambit, striving to take 5. I mean, yeah, great start. I mean, a kill in this round is better than the previous. Chances are, though, they're going to lose this round. Eco again, maybe a forced investment brought forward. It's so shaky, the CT economy, as well as that the fluidity in this game has been second best to Gambit's aggression. 50 seconds to go, and only just they realise that the A site's clear.
And normally what we see with a double play in con is that you want to try and get the first pick, smoke it off, and then get out to short water. Get a flash over the top and try and escape. what they face there is just a sandwich. Yeah, they get the pick onto Hobbit, Shiro's still in the bottom of Con, and then they've got players towards the top side of it. So you have that initial contact from the bottom up, and then the top down. That's when they just get caught in the middle of Connector. All the mollies start coming in. There's no real way they continue to do damage. And for Smiley, now giving the information away that he's in Con, surely he's going to fall. Surely they go hunting.
You would hope so. Bomb set down, Smiley. AWP, no matter where he goes though, the map's littered with these T players. Does have a hunch that Long would be cleared. Knife out in this position, Dweg. I mean, that is quite the play. The cojones on this man. Unreal. Does scope him with the AWP towards Long. Fine line. Problem is the backstab, of course, into Zanaf, and he seemed to have a huge read. Never mind, I take it back, Dweg. He's ran the other way. Nowhere to be seen, mate. Nowhere to be seen. Houdini. Unique, they concede a fifth. Keeping this AWP, though, creates a lot more availability with that money. I mean, talk about Duke Shura down to 1.3k. Smiley can afford to drop across if he wants to invest in that utility. Not bad for Unique. Problem is they need rounds, not saves.
It seemed like they had the read. Doesn't quite come in. It's still economical damage coming through. And for Unique, take the tactical. Realize the situation they're in. Now, they were invited to the closed qualifier due to their ESL World ranking. They beat Singularity in quite a close series in the best of 3. That's the whole Seized and Guardian lineup that's just come in. And then once they actually got into the RMR, they beat Forza in that first round on Ancient. And probably a lot of eyes were on that one saying, ooh, okay, beating Forza, that's a decent one. And then things just got tough from there. Lost to VP with only getting 6 rounds on Overpass. Close game against Indie A-Ray, but still losing that 14-16. And then romped by K23 last night. 1 round on T-side, 3 rounds in all on Mirage. You gotta wonder, are we gonna see a similar scoreline to that? Just trying to see if they can mentally reset and bounce back quickly.
I mean, even if you widen out the success for Unique, not just involved in this RMR, the only event they've won this year is a small CIS tournament, 4 teams invited, and it was quite obvious that they were going to win that one. So, you know, considering all of that information, Unique, a small fish in a big pond, and my god, is this pond big. Gambit, 5-0 up. So close to him on this T-side. Winter giving it his good go to try and spam away. Iceman to go aggressive. Do Gambit expect this Nafany? Perfect read. Overzealousness from a single individual, and of course with no trade, conceding that early man. 5-on-4, Unique digging themselves into a deeper and deeper hole.
Well, I like that they're taking initiative. Rather than just playing so deep on the bomb sites and just playing scared, they're taking the approach of being creative. Okay, flash is forward. We're going to try and make some info plays. We're going to try and set up some players and make some space possible. Gambit starting just to walk out from Monster. Very silent. Only going to be 1 flash over the top from Shiro.
It might just be enough. Nafany taking first entry. The first contact smoke going to be in the way. He jumps up towards the toxic barrel. Sorrow has the read. He thinks he has the play. Nafany. Oh, it's all a game of cat and mouse. He walks away. Nafany lines them both up and shuts them down. Great flashbang from Axile. 5-on-2. Smiley's even tagged up. And he's shut down by Shiro. These M4A1Ss, they even take the A1S over the AK. The disrespect and Gambit, they make it work. It's going to be 6-0. Does Duke for Shiro get away with anything? I mean, maybe so. If you can save, what's the save going to prevent? Shiro gets boosted up, does get taken down. AWP scooped up by the Kazakhstani. At the end of the day, though, Dweg, it is 6-0. Gambit looking strong, jumping up, moving past. AK sideswiped. Hobbit's found the last. No saves, no chance. Gambit 6-0.
Yeah, Hobbit just being able to mow through, and notice in a lot of these situations just how late the bomb is going down. They're already starting to make the hunt before the bomb's planted, aren't they? Shiro's getting boosted up to heaven. Hobbit's moving on to A because they know we've got so much time. We don't have to get this bomb down straight away. Use the time to allow us to get into positions in which we can really crunch in, make sure nothing's being saved forward. Hero AWP from Smiley. It's a big investment. They need something.
Hero AWP, Smiley goes for the peek, doesn't connect, goes back, anticipating the anti-flash. Waiting. However, already crossed 2 players from Gambit. He realizes the threat, moves away, doesn't want to give up that early advantage, something that Unique just yet to really keep a grasp of. Out of the 6 rounds played so far, Dweg, they found the 5-on-4 twice, but instantaneously traded both times. Unique, maybe that's the flaw they've been having. Just early success hasn't been their forte.
Now, even out to this monster position, Resmoke coming through is only going to last so long. You've got one more from Winter who's playing out to Graffiti side. Gambit regrouping, not giving a lot of information early. Even Hobbit tucked in and away, very passive and connected to try and cut off a late rotate. Gambit, they've been loving this B side. We really haven't seen much over to A at all.
Gonna give it their good go. A contact play as well. Not even a nose flash, not even a pop flash here. It's Iceman CZ. He expects the flash, and it's just a smoke twig. Thought he had the read, doesn't have anything. Nafany's second frag out towards B. The bodies are absolutely flying though. Sorrow catches one with a deagle. Hobbit's late flank has caught him off. 2-on-4. Winter, Molly's gonna cut him off from the retake. Smiley P now at the forefront of it all. Missed shot, and I think that's the round over and done with. Does correct himself. 3-on-2. Probably the best position we've seen Unique in terms of numbers. The utility and the weaponry though, most certainly not.
No, just hoping for more further aggression. Another round coming up to Gambit. And this is really looking promising, because the worries that I had coming into this game were some of the slow starts. You have a look at Indy A-Ray, 4 rounds in their first half. K23, 7 rounds in their first half. VP, 6 rounds in their first half. And Forza, 3 rounds in their first half. A lot of them was on that T side, which they are playing now. It just felt as if they were always on the back foot. They were always comebacking in those last few days. Today, it's anything but that. It's anything even to that notion.
7-0. Something I do sort of scratch my head and wonder though, Dweg, is the lack of timeout called by the Unique side. We're yet to see one. Well, actually, no, I tell a lie. We saw one at 5-0. Other than that, it's it. The only single timeout called.
Yeah.
You know, is a break in pace what's needed? Is that 30-second breather what's going to push them over the line? I mean, you never know. Smiley posted up with the AWP, missed shot, thought he was going to get a wide swing instead. Just playing up close, Inters baits the shot in. Gambit closed the gap immediately. Notice the initiative off the back of that AWP shot.
He's got no support. They're playing 4 on B, so really whatever happens, Smiley's got to be passive and he's got to back himself. He's going to be able to find impact and stay alive. Does aggress forward, man advantage being found. Doesn't seem like we're going to see a trade-in.
There we go. A change of pace and a change of way this round's played out. Unique, a lot more conservative. Hobbit goes down as well. Overzealousness maybe for the Gambit players. 5-on-3. They are now in the backseat in this round. Smiley got quite a tight angle in on long, switches up, anticipates the peak to happen more wide. Shiro, his AWP, going to try and respond as well. It's a game of cat and mouse up towards the A-long position. And well, there you go. The cat overall, Shiro, top rated player for Gambit, a 1.21 in the past 3 months over all officials played. So far, so good. A 4-on-3, still kept competitive by Unique.
Now, Duke Fisher are keeping eyes on for Connector in case there is a late wraparound. There is an A Fate that dives back down into the B side. He's not seeing anything. And on A directly, they're so passive. Iceman's going to rotate up to have 3 players here.
As you mentioned, the triple stack utility in the form of a molly. Duke Fisher, he's going to find the backstab. Shiro's AWP does find the flick. AK of Axile taken down. And a change of pace. Gambit's flawless lead dethroned as it will be a first on the board for Unique. Only problem is, Dwag, consistency. Are we going to see a second round off the back of this for Unique? I mean, look at the money they've got at the end of this one, right? Yes, they're going to get more money. Nice shot from Shiro. At the end of the day, not looking too great financially. That's going to be a bit of a problem.
Yeah, nice to see a smile at the end of that round from Shiro. It doesn't matter if that T-side AWP drops. So I like the intent that he's still looking for impact, because they've got so much money. You want to try and destroy that CT economy, and that one player dropping's now going to force Winter on a FAMAS in that next round rather than an M4. A Unique, they've got to work with the opening man advantages, and maybe the player we look to is Smiley, who was able to create that chance in the last round.
This time it's Duke Fisher taking aggression. Posted in towards the tree area. That peak towards Party, we know, can always be an interesting one. Whether Hobbit clears it, though, that's a different question. Throws the flashbang. Do they clear it? No. Hobbit goes blind. It will be a 1-for-1. Or no, it's not. Duke Fisher getting away with a second here, Dweg. Iceman finding a third elsewhere. And how the tables have turned. AWP of Shiro. AK of Nafany. They've got all 5 players to find if they want to find an 8th in this 9th round. And, well, great play from Duke Fisher. A third on the board. Nafany 1-on-5.
Oh, lovely stuff. Just playing in and around the utility and just catching so many of those players off guard, not getting pre-aimed in the early stages of that round, even pushing forward to make it a third. And Nafany's got to try and pick up the pieces, does isolate at least a couple of jewels. It's the bomb control in the hands of the CTs that makes this clutch so much more difficult.
Patiently waiting. Nafany tucked in under the gun barrels of both of these players. Duke Fisherer, he's not going to expect this play whatsoever. He spotted the first man out. Is he going to play trigger? No, he's not. He just taps away at the first, tries to find another. I mean, Dweg, what an attempt, right? 1 on 5, you find 3 kills. That's detrimental to that CT economy. Problem is, you've lost all your players in that round. Reinvestment's going to be big. The money's good, don't get me wrong, but it's a huge bill to your name, reinvesting so much.
Yeah, great stuff coming through from Duke Fisherer, one of the oldest guys on this team, one of the more experienced ones. Had that stint playing in with Trident, 100 ping gods as well before coming over with Unique. And the core 5 of Unique have actually been playing together for a very, very long time. The stints when they were a part of 7, they were under 100 ping gods for a very long time as well. Gambit starting to get tested these last couple of rounds. Unique, they might have something to work with here.
Round 10. Interesting to see Gambit now, instead of playing more of a relaxed default, just trying to hunt the control. Instead, Dweg, they're using numbers as their advantage in this one. On the reverse rock position, we see Shiro holding down, ensuring the long flank isn't quick from party or what have you. In the meantime, Gambit make their way through long, all the way up to long side toilets. And now they clear towards the short spot, right? You clear the party position, give nothing away. Minute and 5. Problem is, connector has been red flagged. Is anyone going to check it? Yes, enters. Turns around at the right time. 5 on 4.
Yeah, very unfortunate timing for Duke Fisher. It seemed as if both those T-side players weren't going to look his way, and now we're actually seeing a fake, just trying to draw that util out to the A side. There's one player aggressed up from Iceman. He's got to get a couple of kills.
Molly going to be dipped in. Iceman, he's good for 1. Find a second. Yes, he can. Oh, and the spray's wild for Iceman. Icing his legs, most definitely. Shiro caught blind. He's finally able to take him down. But numbers prevail on the Unique side of things. Sorrow needs to find this kill Axile to bring things back. It's a 2-on-2. The heroics of Iceman may not convert just yet.
Very winnable for the T side. Get this bomb plant in. Another re-smoke down. Unique, both players out to Graffiti. Do they start walking forward now they hear the bomb plant? Yes, they do.
Winter edging his way on through, using that smoke to his advantage as well, creating the element of surprise. Axile turn back, Smiley finds one, Winter another, and the post plant finds no success for Gambit. It's a 3rd on the board, 3 casualties, cool. Financially, damage has been done. Problem is, you're giving Unique back-to-back-to-back rounds. Momentum now, Dweg, could be playing out of their name.
Yeah, Kakastani's looking decent. They're putting on some good form. They had some good reads in that one. Iceman looked as if they were going to try and molly that cubby corner, and it doesn't quite spread into his position. And just being able to really isolate these 1v1s. This 3rd kill, having the confidence to continue the spray and not just let off. Even Smiley with the AWP and Winter, both players working together in that 2vx. A Unique getting up to a 3rd. There's some rounds here. There's some positivity for them.
Absolutely. Round 11 hit Dweg. Gambit conceding the last 3 in a row. You see they resort to sort of that potent rush, the anticipation, but Duke, Fisherer and Smiley have set the crossfire nicely. A double kill. Nice find from Shiro, bending his bullet round that wall to catch the back of the aggressive rifler. Axile, in the meantime, has made great ground towards long. All in anticipation. Smiley actually going to be caught completely off guard. He falls down. Axile, his first kill in the round, but an important one at that. The A site cracks open, maybe.
Just getting caught off, not realizing just how much map control comes through. And this is where Gambit really show the class, is just when the rounds get slowed down, they start working the rotations. Hobbit even being able to follow up with a pick. Axile again. Unique had such a great advantage in this round. They had a 4-on-3, seemed like everything was going their way, and now they're even starting to move down. They've seen where Sorrow is. What a beautiful round from Gambit.
Back to their winning ways. An 8th on the board for them here, Dweg. Nafany, the only player yet to reinstate that rifle. Interesting to see that instead of the AWP on Shiro, we see 5 rifles. Obviously, they have the funds to do so here, Dweg. Do you think this is more of an optional play because they've been finding more success with the rifles? Or do you just think, for comfort purposes, maybe, you know, dipping your toes in the water for that sniper, an expensive investment when your economy isn't looking too pretty?
I think it's just a comfortability sort of state. They know they're going to be up against an eco, so why waste a big green in case damage can be done? Early timing coming through from Inter's just trying to put some util in, so that's going to give them a lot of information that the CTs have walked far forward, and now they're even walking out of Monster. They're getting the information. B's completely clear.
A trade, a man for a site. Hobbit, he's going to be pressuring forward towards short as well now. The pin drops, you know, no one's here. Duke Fisher are getting the door shut in his face, looking to swing it back open. Natalie in the meantime to find the first. Axile has an easy spam, lines up a second, looking for the third. He will indeed. Hobbit to find the last. Cool. Good first kill. Nothing more than that from the MP9 though. Dweg, Gambit up to 9.
This is where they could just start putting pressure back on, getting up to double digits, giving themselves a lot of comfortability going into that second half. Unique, what are we going to see from them? Anything from Unique? We're going to see an aggressive move. Haven't seen a lot of pop out from Monsters. Sometimes the CTs like to sit in the Monster smoke and just get a flash over the top, get a couple of players forward. In terms of short water control, haven't seen a lot of aggression there. Smiley thinking about a con pick is also an opportunity. Gambit, seems like they're back to their winning ways.
In this round, as you mentioned, we thought we'd see a lot more aggression, maybe towards A. We've seen a lot of it, nothing really towards B though. I guess that's the responsibility for Unique, is just to play passive. They know numbers won them rounds previously. I mean, you talk about the 3 rounds that they won, right? How many of those were they in a 5-on-4, even a 5-on-3, right? I think all 3 of them. They pushed to a 5-on-3 without a trade as of that point. So Gambit, they understand. They respect now. Unique have what it takes to take CT rounds. My problem is, Dweg, you're running out of rounds to win on this CT side, right? Unique, best case scenario, find yourself at 6. Is that really enough? I mean, I don't know. You mentioned how Gambit, most of their rounds come from this T side, and it looks to be all the same. A 4-on-4. Axile going aggressive. Winter will shut him down. Wild spam from Inters. A 1-for-1 trade. It's all coming together here. Unique in a 2-on-2.
The problem for Winter is Smiley's going to take so long to get into position, so he's got to stay alive, try and hold on to that 2v2, wait for the AWP to come in. Didn't quite spot the head out to that grill angle.
Unique, the only time they played this was a battering against VP 16-6. This round could be the turnarounds. Unfortunately, Nafany, he'll catch off Winter. 2-on-1, bomb ticking away. Yes, you have a smoke, no kit. Trying to clear out the angles, and your back turned to the king of the AWP himself. Shiro up to 10 for Gambit, and for him, 13 kills individually. Him and Nafany carrying that scoreboard, it seems. Third best is Hobbit at 9. On the flip side of things, it really has just been a 3-man show. Duke, Fisher, Smiley, and Iceman, 7, 6, 6 respectively. Sorrow 4 and 3. I mean, the kill distribution isn't bad for Unique. The problem is the amount, right? Is that they've just been second best to just all rounds bar 3.
And for Gambit, I don't think they've had the opportunity or maybe the need to show everything they're capable of in this game. It's been very default heavy, and it makes a lot of sense. You're already 3-1 up in the groups. You don't want to start showing everything you've got to offer on Overpass going into those playoffs. Instead, you play your simple stuff, you try and keep your cards to your chest, and then in the playoffs, that's when you surprise people. Unique, even on this eco, there's not much investment behind them. Yeah, you got some upgraded Deagles, you've got some Kevlar here or there. They need kills, they need rounds.
Can they get it done? In this one, maybe not so much. It's 4 Deagles in a USP, excuse me. A couple of Kevlars dropped. Smoke towards Monster. I do believe that actually missed a little bit, Dweg. It's come out a lot further than I'd have thought. Maybe Gambit a workaround to that is just moving around that smoke in general. All in all, they take their time. Gambit not risking their chances. They patiently wait for their chance. Round 14, of course, the penultimate of the half. Unique looking to just build up their cash. For Gambit, I mean, plenty to expend. You know, Jiro, he's just picked up the AWP again. Utilities stacked up to the brim. Guess the fortunes Gambit have, Unique just really yet to see.
The readability from Gambit on their opposition is such a joy to be able to watch. They have not run into any of these gamble stacks. And in these sort of rounds with this investment, we've seen Unique gamble stack a lot. And every single time, they've just been outread. They've been outplayed.
Sorrow now, he's going to have to go huge with a Deagle. Good for 1 shot to the Hobbit. Shit, won't quite find anything more. A second kill for the AK transition. Back to the rifle, looking for a third. It's Shiro to steal it away. All in all, though, Dweg, it is a 4-on-2. It is Gambit looking strong. Nice shot from Iceman. Any damage is good here. Problem is the money way too strong for Gambit, so the damage done here won't exactly affect them heading into this 15th round. Bomb ticking so far. Hobbit, he'll catch off the 4th. Iceman, they know his position. He's retrieved an AK and moves away to save. So a premium T rifle into the last of the half. Is that really going to be the turning point for Unique? I don't think so.
No, it's definitely not a turning point. It's a slight advantage. They're going to be more so happy knowing that they're able to recover one of these rifles in. Gambit up to 11. Unique just not really getting involved that heavily in this game, and it does make sense. You're talking about a world-class team of Gambit, the second best team in the world, up against Unique that are ranked 59th in the ASL World Ranking. So the disparity is going to be quite massive. It is going to be quite the distance. And nice to know that they're playing up against a team that's got a Kakistanian in there of Hobbit. Still, though, Unique haven't been able to play their own game.
Can they change things around, though, with this? Round 15, Dweck, the last of the half. Single up set up, the AK saved across from Iceman as well. Gambit, it's a train out towards B. No cares in the world. They calculate their defaults usually. Sorrow lines up too, though. And a big double for him. The train out towards B is not paid off. Iceman to find the third. And a bit reckless from Gambit as a fourth conceded. Unique take 4 at the half. We're back after the break. Gambit 11, Unique 4. A hearty first half for Gambit puts them up 11-4. Unique on the back foot and heading on to this T-side, Dweg. Things, curiosity eating away at Unique to see if they can get themselves back on the board. This pistol means everything to them. Double utility setup as well here. Is this the play? I mean, maybe so.
It could be. And for Unique, it's a positive end to that last half. Being able to get up around gives you that confidence moving back in. Do they read the stack is going to be the next question. 4 players over to the B site from Gambit. Axile just at the top of Con, waiting on that off angle from Divider, and could face a lot of players here from the T side.
Axile to back away, uninterested in the push. Engaging pistol round for Unique here could put them to the top. Could give them an advantage, but it's a lot of ifs and buts here, Dweg. We know Unique aside not to give up. Problem is, at this kind of scoreline, it is nigh on impossible to get back into. Axile, nice first peek. Oh, Axile finds 2. The cheek to spin back around. Nafany's found the 3rd, and all of a sudden, Gambit in pieces as they dismantle Unique. Set for success and set for 12. No bomb plant, no chance financially for Unique. It is bottom dollar for them.
Oh my goodness, just watching the radar in that round was such a joy as well for Gambit. They have 1 player out to that banana contact of Axile. They are running a gamble stack on B, and then all of a sudden, they start getting the read. They start gathering some information. There's some jiggle pigs out from Monster. They aggress sandbags at short water. They don't see anything. Let's rotate players back up to A. And for Unique, they're thinking to themselves, oh, we've got the right play. We've been so silent. We haven't given away anything. And then they go to the A execution, and they're running into 4 players.
Pistol from Axile kicked things off in round 16 for the 17th. The scout of Shiro giving a good attempt. Big swing, no connection. Double FAMAS setup as well as 2 MP9s for that CT side. Things most certainly better for them than it is for Unique, where we see an eco brought forward to this second round. You know, we're used to the force buys, but I guess times of desperation, Dweg, do lead to misfortunes like this. Duke Fisher up into the guillotine of Hobbit. MP9 to find the first. $600 in his back pocket. 4 on 5.
Shero just spotting out from long, waiting for a jiggle, waiting for everything. And this is exactly what we saw from them in round 2 from Unique. Just not forcing up. We saw all those USPs this time around. Well, they're on T side, so they're going to have Glocks. They're not forcing the issue. They're not looking to buy up and try and see if they can pay back into the round. Smiley even being caught off. Not really any damage being done other than Hobbit. No kills being found. And for Unique, you have a look at their recent form, and it does show that they've struggled against the CIS teams. They've had wins over HF, Fiend, another team in the EU RMR that is a very strong Overpass team. Singularity, they beat in the closed qualifier, which was actually their map pick to be able to get into this position today. Losing to K23 and ESA Advance a couple of days ago, and VP as well, in some one-sided score lines.
Something to note, Dweg, Hobbit, his 3k with the MP9ers. Brought forward that AWP to Shiro. And that is going to be quite fine to the hands of Gambit. Something Unique maybe don't expect, don't anticipate at all. They do go more towards the A site here. 1 player in towards that deep monster control. Hobbit retains control of short in the meantime. So for Gambit, even when it is sort of these bonus buys where, I mean, yes, Hobbit has just brought forward the AWP for Shiro, but everyone else sort of stacked up with the not-so-good rifles and the SMGs, is that they are being proactive with the play. Shiro, really nice flick to find the first towards Connector. 5 on 4.
Jeez, what a shot that is from Shiro. And now that starts pushing Unique out from Monster play. They're going to just go out. They don't have any flashes.
Inters does get dropped. Shiro, his AWP finds another. Looking for back and forth. Can't connect to the 3rd. That could have been big. Smiley in the meantime taking some serious damage to the grenade. Or is it going to find him? Yes, it is. Nafany, he's taken down the bomb plot before it even set down. Axile on a harsh flank with the AK in hand. Duke Fisher knows this is an angle they've got to clear routes. Axile has the jump. And now Winter, he was going to be the man to try and make the rounds. And it seems to be the man to break it. Does find Nafany 1 on 2.
All right, we know that Winter's a decent clutcher. This one is going to have to really get him stepping up to the plate. The bomb control is there in the open. If he plants it open for Heaven, he gives himself some safety out to this short area. Thinking about jiggling through, trying to take that far into Axile's just not going to come in. 14 now on the board for the Russians. Gambit getting closer and closer to that success, getting closer to that 4th win.
I mean, talk about a shot from Shiro, right? Just adjusts at the wrong time, somehow flicks back.
Yeah.
The second kill as well. Meant a lot to them out towards this B site. You know, you don't have numbers for Unique. You don't have opportunities. Denial of the plant with the HE grenade from Heaven as well was something I think will go under the radar just a tad. But to deny the plant in a 3-on-3 Dweg, to take down one of the players as well, put the pressure back on that T side. Bombers out in the open, for Christ's sake. That's so much work for Unique just to retrieve something that gives him a better chance in this round. Didn't even get it set down in the first place. Gambit 14-4, and it is a half buy for Unique. They're going to try and play a 10-round, or in fact, an 11-round comeback here on the T side.
There was even Nafany jump spotting out for the boost position that got naded. Didn't take any damage, just evaded it completely. Flashed over the top, and the CTs are just ripping so many kills. Nothing being found, not even a lick of damage done to this CT line at all. Sorrow hoping for something, just getting tanked in by that HE. There is one kill. There's something being created in this round. They would kind of like a bomb plant, and I don't think that's going to happen.
Bomb drop towards Monster, edging his way on in. Nafany up close. Does find a second tag, not quite the kill. 15-4 here, Dweg. It is Gambit all over. One more round to take them to the finish line. And I mean, you talk about the close games Unique have been having here and there in their group. I mean, maybe not so much against the top side of the teams. K23, you know, lost 16, or beat them 16-3, lost to VP 16-6. Yet to see a scoreline like this, though, against Unique's name. And yeah, it's harsh. It's harsh.
Yeah, Gambit just completely turning it around. You mentioned their best result in terms of the least sided scoreline was a 16-3 win. Look at what we're going now. Unique are nowhere even close to double digits. Axile thinking about making an aggressive play. Bomb outside of Monster. Sorrow taking so much early damage at the end of Con.
Not looking too pretty for them. Sharo keeping the AWP. The A1S's stacked up to Nafany and Inter's name. AK on Axile as well, man. I mean, talk about a decent investment for Gambit, right? Saving that T premium rifle as well. Icing on the cake. Inter's going to get a flashbang. Won't quite do all too much. Taking their time, it seems. Unique getting a feel for what it's like towards B short. Problem is, Nafany now boosted on top of the sandbag. Hobbit trying to find information on the fadeaway. Nafany getting away with the first kill and running away. And oh, he even doubles dips. He's found himself a second. 5-on-3, now turn 4 as Sorrow picks up Axile. Smiley with a second. Still kept competitive by Unique, but man, this is a round they desperately need to piece together.
Yeah, that was a huge hole of opportunity. Zero just not expecting the peek out from short. Into struggling for the barrels. They line up for a couple of kills. And Smiley's now the last one left. 1v3 going to get caught out. 16